Hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Jonathan Cohn, and today I have a special video celebrating 2 years on BookTube. This video is going to be separated into 3 categories. The first category is going to be talking about a celebration of 2 years on YouTube. The middle category is going to be a where to find me online discussion. A lot of people ask me where to follow me. A lot of people want to know places I talk about books or even movies and other things. And then, so that's what I'll talk about in the middle section. And then in the third and final section, I have a question for my audience. I have an idea for something that I want to do, but I'm not sure what my audience will think. So I want to give my audience the opportunity to weigh in. So that'll be at the end of the video for that part. But first off, I want to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed and who has watched the channel in my first 2 years. When I started this channel, I really just wanted to talk about books and hopefully reach a wider audience than I had before, and thankfully that has happened. It's been so great to talk with other people about books, to learn about books from other people, and to be able to recommend books and get people into other book series for the first time. And hearing people say, I read this book because I saw your review and I enjoyed it, that is the greatest thing that can happen on the channel. I've really enjoyed doing news videos, which I'll try to continue to do those whenever I have news that I think is interesting. I'll try to continue to do live streams every month or so, if that's available. I'll also try to continue to upload videos regularly. My first year, I started doing 3 videos a week, and I bumped it up to 4 regularly, and every once in a while I'll throw in a 5th video if there's like a news segment or something special, but generally I do 4 videos a week, and that's going to continue for the foreseeable future. I think 4 videos a week is a good sweet spot for me, and I've actually, gotten quite a bit ahead on a lot of my videos, which is great because I can focus this year on my schoolwork as a teacher. So thank you very much for watching all the videos, for subscribing and all the comments, and please continue to do so. Now, for the second part of this video, I want to provide some information on where to find me online. I have 4 particular places to point you to online. I'm going to talk about Goodreads, Twitter, the website that I write book reviews for, and then also where you can find my podcast. So the first thing I'll talk about is Goodreads. A lot of people want to be able to see my written book reviews. I write my book reviews well before they go on YouTube. Unless there's a special circumstance where I'm trying to get the YouTube video up really fast because it's a new release or something, generally my written book review goes up the day I finish reading the book, whereas the video doesn't go up for another 2 or 3 weeks. So if you want to see my immediate reactions to books, Goodreads is the best place to follow me. Unfortunately, because of the way Goodreads is set up, I'm not accepting friend requests at the moment, but there is an opportunity that if you want to see my reviews, you can follow me on Goodreads. And so that's the best place to do it. And my name on Goodreads is just Jonathan Cohn, so it's easy to find. Going to my second thing I'll talk about is Twitter, or I guess we call it X now. Twitter X. I'll keep calling it Twitter because that's what I've always called it. Twitter is where I do talk about books a little bit on Twitter, but it's also where I feel free to talk about movies and TV shows and that type of thing, more cultural things. I'm not going to talk about movies or TV really on the channel unless something major changes, because I want this to be a place for books. But for my Twitter feed, I feel more comfortable talking about other things, which is why if you want to engage with me talking about movies, shows, and other things, I try to stay away from politics because I don't want to get in trouble. But I'll talk about movies and TV and other general cultural stuff on Twitter. And so you can find my handle is @JonathanCohn. Also very simple to find. Now the third thing is a website where I write book reviews for. I have, ever since 2020, I have been writing special book reviews for the website Roku Depot. Roku Depot is a wonderful website. They've traditionally been a Star Wars primary website. The people over there are really nice, and they allowed me to come on board to write reviews for them. And I started writing Star Wars book reviews for them, going back through the canon. I stopped that and changed focus to Star Trek books. And I write written reviews for Star Trek books because I'm trying to get more people into reading Star Trek. And so the website is Roku Depot. I'll put it on the screen. It's a great place to find book reviews. I try to review every 2 to 3 weeks, have a new review up there. And occasionally, the people there, they do other things as well, but primarily it's book reviews now. So that's a great website to find written book reviews. So the final thing I'll talk about in this section is my podcast. So many people ask me movie opinions or TV show or video game for Star Wars specifically, because there's a lot of Star Wars fans on the channel. Well, I actually do have a dedicated podcast for all things Star Wars that I do with my friend named Nathan NP and he and I have been doing this podcast also since about 2020. We love doing it. We try to post like every week or 2 weeks. That doesn't always happen. We did take a sabbatical for a couple of months, but we're back in and doing podcasts regularly, especially if you're watching Ahsoka and loving Ahsoka. We're doing regular reviews of the Ahsoka series and other things. My favorite thing about the podcast is we'll do soundtrack reviews where we'll rank all the soundtrack tracks of one of the Star Wars movies. We started with A New Hope, and we did the original trilogy. We're going through the prequel trilogy now. It's so much fun. And we talk about other things. We talk about movie news. We talk about books sometimes. We talk about video games. I just played through Knights of the Old Republic, and I go through all my in-depth thoughts on there. So that's a great place if you want all things Star Wars. And that's Two Sons of Tatooine is the name of the podcast. You can find us on Simplecast. That's our website that we're on. But you can also find us in the iTunes store or the Google Play Store. But Two Sons of Tatooine, and it's SONS because it's like sons, no, not daughters, but sons. So it's a pun, which I love puns. So those are the 4 websites and places you can find me online for book reviews and for movie and TV discussion and for all things Star Wars discussions. The final part of this video, the final section of this video is a question. I've had an idea that I've been thinking about for weeks and actually really months now, and I haven't committed to it because I didn't know what my audience would think. I've been doing long-form videos that are typically 8 to 15 minutes long. I don't do really many videos shorter than that. Occasionally a video comes in shorter than that. But one thing I have not explored whatsoever is shorts. YouTube Shorts are a relatively new thing, and I've just never gotten into them, and I didn't know how I could get into them. And I didn't want to create content that was just, fluffy, but I also didn't want to make my audience feel that they had to transition to some other kind of content to watch. So I thought, what's something new I could add on Shorts? And so I've come up with an idea that I would like to propose here, and then let you, the audience, decide whether you agree with me or you think it's crazy idea. Let me know if it's crazy, because I don't want to do it if the audience doesn't want it. But here's the pitch I had. What if I did short story reviews as shorts? Now, YouTube Short, I believe, has to be under 60 seconds, so it would not be in depth. It would not be a full, really in-depth video. Instead, it would be this is what the short story is about. This is generally what I thought. This is really quickly what I liked and disliked about it. Boom, that's the video. It'd be shorts. I could do everything from, Cosmere short stories that I have from the Cosmere collections, Star Trek short stories I have, Star Wars short stories, science fiction short stories. I could jump around, and so it wouldn't just be one type of short story forever. It would be different types of short stories, and I thought those would be things I could do regularly that would be able to bring in a different type of audience and provide a different type of content. So if that idea sounds appealing to you, let me know in the comments. And also, if that idea sounds stupid, let me know as well, because I'd rather know than put all this effort into making something the audience doesn't want. So that's that whole section. So that is my 2-year celebration video on BookTube. I'm so happy that I made it this far. I'm so excited to see where I go in the future. I hope to have tremendous growth for the channel and tremendous success and results. I'm enjoying interviewing authors, talking with other booktubers that's happened recently, all that stuff. So until next time, I'm Jonathan, and thank you for watching.